What's up, everyone? It's Hey John, and I jabber opportunities nonstop. And today I want to talk about baked beans. What in the heck is going on? Is this even sustainable? Can we have some more baked beans in the near term future? When will it end? Well, I will do my best to answer these questions for you guys in this video. Ladies and gentlemen, are you tired of being scammed? Are you tired of rug pulls? Well, come over to reddit.com truth over profit. This is a place where we can share our crypto gems and our stories so we know which ones to avoid and which gems to go into. So go ahead and use this as a resource in your cryptocurrency journey. I'll see you there. Simply put, this is a place where you can deposit your BNB for some beans, and then those beans are your miners, and those miners generate you BNB. That is a general premise of what baked beans is. Now, the only question that people ask is, hey, where do these baked beans come from? What happens? How does it work? Well, essentially, when you bake your beans, you are putting your BNB into a pool of money and you are given back beans. And this is a dividend type of model where when you convert your BNB to beans, where that is your sunken cost. I've seen in the chat, people always ask, hey, where is the BNB coming from? How does it get mined and what in the heck is it? Well, simply put, the BNB is an algorithm giving you a certain amount depending on how many BNB you have. Now, when you get your allotted BNB and you decide to rebake your BNB into more baked beans, this is literally trading magic BNB for magic beans. So what does this mean? It means that your BNB are not really real. It's an abstract number that they give to you. It's only real when you decide to eat your beans, as in withdraw. But the actual mining aspect of it, it's just an algorithm where you get a certain percentage of your baked beans. So the next question that people always ask is, hey, is this sustainable? I would say yes and no, but it really depends if people literally follow the 6-to-1 ratio, because when you bake for 6 days and you eat once, well, your rewards will decrease for a little bit and it'll start to increase again when you start rebaking over and over and over. At least that is what I've noticed based on doing that. So the way this works is literally people come in, they deposit, and then they wait over time to get their dividends. Now, as you know, with anything in life, first come, first serve. So if you come in first, well, you will have more beans accumulated because you've been rebaking more. Now, in terms of the sustainability of the project, well, you have to be aware of a few things here. Know that the dev is an honest person, in my opinion. Yes, they are in docs, but they've shared stories in the AMA. I've heard this individual say, hey, you know what? I used to be a drug addict. I used to be working as a chef for 17 hours a day. And I've dealt with a lot of stuff in my life. And you can tell when someone talks openly, it means that they don't really take poo-poo from anyone. And they tell you things the way it is. And to me, that gives me some confidence. And when they say, hey, you know what? I want to make people rich. Hey, you know what? I want to keep this going as long as possible. And I agree with that. Why wouldn't they want this to go as long as possible? Because the longer it goes, the more BNB they get, because every single transaction, they get a 3% dev fee. Now that's fantastic, right? Of course they should get paid. I'm not knocking them, but you have to understand that if the devs only get paid in this way, then guess what, folks? This means that their goals are aligned with your goals. And if they want to keep the project going longer and longer and longer, that means you will get more beans and you will get more and more and more BNB over time. This means that this will give you an opportunity to actually rebake your beans and actually pull some BNB out. Now, I also hear the devs saying, hey, you know what? It's always a good idea to get your return on investment out. So after that, you're playing with house money. That is a very good strategy. And I encourage that kind of behavior because when you're playing with house money, who really cares what happens? If it goes up, hey, you make some money. If it goes down, well, whatever. It is what it is. You've already got back your initial and you're on to the next. Meanwhile, this is generating for you passive income. Okay, guys, here we are on BSC scan and I zoomed in. So I want you guys to see how this is currently looking. Are we reaching an inflection point? As you can see, we peaked on April 9th of 2022, where we got 4,000 BNBs in. And we can see that on April 21st, only 2,155 came in. And the blue means that these are what is leaving the BNB pool. So what does this mean? It means that ever since April 9th of 2022, we've been seeing a decrease in the amount of BNB entering the pool. Meanwhile, we're seeing more BNB leave the pool. So what this simply means is that people are literally withdrawing their BNB, they're eating, and these people who have been baking for many months, well, I would assume that these individuals can get quite a bit of BNB at some point in time. So with that being said, the question always arises, is this sustainable? Because you are not mining from the Binance Smart Chain contract. Now, is this a good way to make some money? Absolutely. But the question begs to be told. What happens when we reach an inflection point where when you have more money leaving than more money coming in? Well, you are going to need to hope that these whales, they decide not to tank the project. And by tanking the project, I don't mean selling out. I mean by eating too much. Because as you know, even some individuals are getting 40, 50, 80, 100 BNB per eat. And that is only one individual. When you have many more doing this, well, it could be an issue. And what happens after that? Well, after that, you start reaching a decrease, a decline in the BNB coming in. So what does that mean? It literally means that you will start getting lower and lower and lower percent of ROI per day. Right now, it's currently up to 8%. It's all fun and dandy as long as people keep entering in with money and people do not take it out too much. Today, me explaining all this to you is not to create fear or anything, it is to give you more clarity of what the contract is really all about and what this project is all about. Now understand that the dev wants to keep this going, and how are they gonna keep it going? Well, they've created outside sources to fuel and pump BNB back into the project. You have BCT token. I believe in Southeast Asia, dozens and dozens and dozens of billboards for 6 months straight. You're gonna see a 6-figure marketing campaign. You're gonna see more YouTubers onboarded. Obviously, I'm not getting paid for this. And most importantly, there are talks of a new baked beans on a different blockchain, and that baked beans on a different blockchain will get a new user base, and it will funnel some of those funds into the original baked beans, and you will see the BNB contract pool increase. So this is how the baked beans protocol will survive, and this is how it will become sustainable. The dev himself has said, hey, you know what? If today it stopped and there are no more BNBs deposited, well, we have enough money here to last for at least 2 to 3 months. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I do not foresee this happening where all of a sudden you go cold turkey and there is literally nobody putting any funds into this project. So in reality, I would say 2 to 3 months is actually a unrealistic time frame. I think it's a lot longer because, as I've said, you will not see everyone go cold turkey all of a sudden and whoop, there goes the contract. No, it's gonna take a while, folks. So with that being said, I'm still very bullish on this project. And if you found any of this information useful, and if you want to help me out and support the channel, go ahead and go down into my links down below in the description, and you can find my Baked Beans miner and other miners I'm currently invested in. The best way for you guys to support the channel is by liking, sharing, and subscribing. Get $250 in Bitcoin using my BlockFi link down below in the description. Get $25 in Chronos using my Crypto.com referral code. Go ahead and get 5 free stocks. All you gotta do is use my link down below in the description, deposit 1 cent, $1, and those 5 stocks worth up to $5,000 are yours for free 90 free. And most importantly, have an awesome day, and I will catch you all on the next one.